everyone and welcome to Services classes. This is Ashmata, and in today's class what we are going to do is that we are going to solve 5 to 6 questions, just a handful of them of course, and this would be from the UPSC of 2022 exam. This is from paper 1, alright, and most of you must have given this, some of you must be targeting for getting the job, and some of you just for experience might have given this examination. So what about the answers? It just got finished, right, in the month of June. In the previous week it got finished, so you all must be waiting for the answer key. If you follow our channel, you would see that we have been providing with the answers as soon as possible the examination gets over. So in today's class, what we are going to do is that we are going to solve certain questions, and also I will be providing you with enough explanation, that is elaborate explanation for why did I choose that option to be the correct one, and why did I just omit the other options also. So let's get started. Now here we are going to start with question number 26, which says the term levant, often heard in the news, roughly corresponds to which of the following regions? Okay, so we are given the regions, that is number A says region along the eastern Mediterranean shores. Number B region says along the North African shores stretching from Egypt to Morocco. Number C option says region along the Persian Gulf and Horn of Africa. Number D says the entire coastal areas of Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so we have to choose which option is the correct one from these possible multiple choices that we are given, right? So here the correct answer would be number A. Yeah, number A would be your correct answer. That is, the term levant, often heard in the news, roughly corresponds to the region which is along the eastern Mediterranean shores. All right. Why did I choose this as the correct option? It's because you see levant. Now, of course, we are talking about this area, that is levant. Now we are talking about Levant. Now Levant, this area, this region is along the eastern Mediterranean shores that I have just chosen over here, eastern Mediterranean shores, and it roughly corresponds to the modern day Israel, then Jordan, then Lebanon, then Syria, and certain like adjacent areas are there, okay, which constitute the entire Levant. Now, moving over to the next question, question number 27. Consider the following countries. The option number A says Azerbaijan, Kyrgyzstan, then Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Now the question arises, which of the above have borders with Afghanistan? Okay. We need to consider which of the following countries share their borders with Afghanistan. So over here, the correct answer would be number 3. Yes, this Tajikistan shares border with Afghanistan. Then Turkmenistan also shares border with Afghanistan, and Uzbekistan also shares border with this Afghanistan. So I chose number 3, number 4, and number 5 to be sharing borders with Afghanistan. So you will find your answer in number C, that is number 3, 4, and 5. Yes. So number C is your correct answer. Now moving over to the next question. Okay, so before that I would like to tell you that Afghanistan is completely landlocked. Okay. Its nearest coast lies along the Arabian Sea, about like around 300 miles. That is, or that it comes to 480 kilometers to the south. And because of both its isolation and its volatile political history, it remains one of the most poorly surveyed areas of the world. It is bounded to the east and south by Pakistan, to the west by Iran, and to the north by the Central Asian states of Turkmenistan, then Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, which I have just highlighted in the question paper. And it also has a short border with Xinjiang, then China, and at the end of the long, narrow Wakhan corridor in the extreme northeast. Now, let's move over to the next question. That is question number 28 I'm talking about, which I'll be showing you right now. Let's read the question. It says, with reference to India, we need to consider the following statements. Monazite is a source of rare earths. Okay. Number 2 says monazite contains thorium. Number 3 says monazite occurs naturally in the entire Indian coastal sands in India. And number 4, it says in India, government bodies only can process or export monazite. Now we are told which of the statements given above are correct. Okay, so we need to consider the options over here, and your correct option would be number 1. Yes, monazite is a source of rare earths. Then your correct answer also includes monazite contains thorium. It will also include in India, government bodies only can process or export monazite. Okay, so it's coming to option number B, 1, 2, and 4. That is number B. Now, let me tell you something about monazite. No, not about monazite. Rather, I would first tell you why did I choose these three options. Now, the sources of xenotime, which is another rare earth bearing mineral. Now, the resources of xenotime, that is another rare earth bearing mineral, are negligible in India. So, this AMD has established around 2,000 tons of xenotime bearing heavy mineral concentrates containing 2% xenotime in the riverine heavy mineral placer deposits of Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. Now, talking about monazite. Now, monazite is a mineral mainly containing rare earths and thorium, which is a prescribed substance to be handled by the Department of Atomic Energy. Now, accordingly, Indian Rare Earths Limited, that is IREL, wholly owned by the government of India under the administrative control of Department of Atomic Energy, utilizes this monazite mainly for the production of rare earth compounds and thorium as needed in the Department of Atomic Energy. Next question says, in the northern hemisphere, the longest day of the year normally occurs in which part does this northern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, the longest day of the year normally happens? Quite a fascinating question which they have given. So, your correct option here would be the second half of the month of June, which is going on, of course, that is the month of June is going on. So the second half of the month of June in the northern hemisphere has the longest day of the year. Okay, so let me tell you something about this day. That is, why does this happen? Summer solstice. You all have heard about this. Now I'm going to tell you why did I consider second half of the month of June to be to have the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. This is because of summer solstice. Now the two moments during the year when the path of the sun in the sky is farthest north in the northern hemisphere or farthest south in the southern hemisphere includes it's around June 20th or 21st when it is the farthest, it's in the farthest north in the northern hemisphere, and it is in the farthest south in the southern hemisphere around December 21st or December 22nd. Now in the summer solstice, what happens is that the sun, we see the sun every day, right? The sun travels the longest path, okay, through the sky. And that day therefore has the most daylight. Now when the summer solstice happens in the northern hemisphere, the north pole is tilted about 23 and 4 degrees towards the sun. Now because the sun's rays are shifted northward from the equator by the same amount, The vertical noon rays are directly overhead at the Tropic of Cancer. That is, the Tropic of Cancer is at 23 degrees 27 minutes north. And 6 months later, what happens? The South Pole is inclined about once again 23 4 degrees towards the sun. And on this day of the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, the sun's vertical overhead rays progress to their southernmost position, that is in the Tropic of Capricorn, that is 23 and 27 minutes south. So we are going to discuss question number 30 for today's class. That is the last one for today's class that we are going to discuss. It talks about wetland and lake and the location. So we need to consider these four options, which one is correct and which one is wrong. We need to first see that, because in the question what they are asking, how many pairs given above are correctly matched. So we need to find out whether these pairs are correct or not correct. Okay. So over here, uh, first of all, we need to consider, yes, Hokera wetland. Now, Hokera wetland is not in Punjab, okay? It's in Jammu and Kashmir. Hokera wetland is in Jammu and Kashmir. So obviously Punjab is wrong. What about Renuka wetland? Renuka wetland is in Himachal Pradesh. So this is correct. What about Rudsagar Lake? It's in Tripura. So this is also correct. What about Shasthamkota Lake? This is in Kerala and not Tamil Nadu. Okay. This will be Kerala. Okay, and this one I told you it would be Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. So we are getting two pairs to be correct. That is number 2 and number 3. So they are not asking about the numbers, which ones are correct. We just need to choose the option B, which says only two pairs over here are correct. So number B is the correct option. So that's it for today's class. If you want to prepare like this, if you want live sessions on these kind of question paper solving sessions, then you can just join our classes. We also provide you, apart from live sessions for any kind of competitive examination preparation or any entrance exam preparation, we also provide you with recorded lectures portal access, where you are going to get the access 24/7 of numerous lectures on your particular subject that you are preparing for. You will also get the facilities of mock tests and worksheets after every session, doubt clearing sessions, crash course facilities, scholarship facilities. So you can either go over to the website, which I'm saying, that is www.solvesclasses.com. You will also get that official website link in the description box. Just below this video, you will get the description box. And let me tell you, if you have any kind of queries, you can write down in the comment box below, or you can just call us in the number which is provided in the description box below. Or just at the beginning of the video, you will get all the details also. Or you can just check if you need much more detailed way, then you can just visit the website, or you can just get the number and all the details in the description box below. So do join our classes so that you can just get the benefits of all things. We will provide you with the solutions to the previous year's question papers also. So just take the study material. If in case you are taking the study materials, which are source study materials, you can also buy them from Amazon, Flipkart, or you can buy them from our institution directly also. That's it for today's class. We are going to meet once again in our next class.